What's up, y'all? This video is for Crip Mac because I want to send a message to him, and I'm concerned, that his life might be in jeopardy. His life might be in danger. So if you know Crip Mac, or if you or a friend of his or whatever, sit him down and have him watch this video because this video it might save his life or it might prevent him from experiencing any type of great harm or what do they call it? Great bodily harm and or death. So before I get into this, I'm an idiot and I'm an idiot in law school. Anything and everything that I say, it is my own opinion and I do not represent any government entity in whole or in part. So let me get into this. As some of y'all know, Crip Mac, he's like a celebrity, and he has a larger than life personality. He might have that hood charisma about him, but the dude, he has something going for him. And I remember Ricky Smiley did a video. It was shortly after Young Dolph was gunned down in Memphis. And Ricky Smiley was just talking about how, once you become successful and once you start getting things going, you got to be careful about how you move and groove in your hood. You know what I'm saying? And for Crip Mac, he recently released a video where he was out feeding the homeless, and then he got a haircut from one of the homeless people on the street. And I respect that. It's magnificent that you want to feed the homeless and you're trying to do those types of outreach programs. You know what I'm saying? My hat is off to you on that. But my concern, man, is you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with how you move and groove in the streets. And just as Ricky Smiley was saying, you might think you're doing good, and you might have left the hood, or you've progressed in life, so now you want to give back to the community, and that's great. But you got to start figuring out ways of being able to give back to the community, and you got to figure out ways of being able to help the community while still trying to keep some type of a distance. Because trust me, bro, when I tell you that everybody is not happy for your success. Everybody is not happy that, you're out of jail and, you're passing out food to the homeless and you're trying to be, about the people. Everybody ain't gonna like that. You got some ops that's on the streets. Now, I don't know who they are. I just know you have ops. Everybody, we got ops. But of course, ops for you takes it to another level because your ops are the type of ops that will try to take you out. You know what I'm saying? Try to kill you, right? So my concern is, you got to start working on finding ways to give back to the community, but be smarter about it. Worrying about your safety, and I get it. I get it. There's something about a person, when they're able to, walk among the people or befriend the people or be in the public. There's something about it. It can be an intoxicating high, or it can be a flex, or it can be whatever you might think it is, because you feel like, hey, I'm out here in the streets, I'm about it, I'm real. You can be real from a distance, okay? I'm telling you, you can be real from a distance. And even for me, I'll say it for myself, um, where I'm from, it's still, it ain't as dangerous as it used to be when I was growing up, but things are still happening. And even for me, you know what I'm saying? When I go back home, I have to move and groove a certain way because there's people that may not know me. They might confuse me as an ops or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But you, as being Crip Mac and turning into this big celebrity, you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to talk to you like I'm your dad. I ain't trying to talk to you like some uncle. I'm just, as a brother to brother, you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because again, everybody ain't happy for you. Everybody ain't glad that you're doing all these things. You know what I'm saying? And then just going back to the Young Dolph situation, where Young Dolph, he was gunned down in a local cookie store. From what I understand, that was one of his favorite cookie spots, and he would frequent there a lot. And just, being a man among the people, wanted to support his community, wanted to support a local business. And from what I understand, it was black owned business. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to do that. But unfortunately, um, that led to his death. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. I don't know the reasons why he was gunned down. I ain't looking into no reasons. That's not the point. It's just after his death, Ricky Smiley got on and he said some stuff that I think is probably the most realest that I've ever seen him talk. And I have to say that he is absolutely correct. So for you, Crip Mac, all I can say is, man, you're going to continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, keep going on the right path, you know what I'm saying? Things are going to expand for you. But just know from this point on, everything that you do, whatever moves that you make, wherever you're traveling to, you have to be careful. Even for people that you feel are in your circle and you feel like y'all been rocking for a while and you good, you're going to have to even watch the people that's in your circle. Because as we know, the threats, the real threats, they're not going to come from a stranger or come from the outside. The real threats are going to come from the inside. You know what I'm saying? Because they know how you move and groove. They know all the stuff that you're doing. So I would just like to admonish you to please, man. I get it. You growing on the page. You got other social media platforms. You're doing good, and I applaud you again for doing the homeless thing and feeding. Because I know at my church, they have or we have a homeless outreach program, and I know recently I donated a lot of food. I seen some food that was on sale at the store. I got it, sent it over to the church, and I was able to feed, several hundred people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for, community outreach, things of that nature. So I am not knocking you for that. This video was not about shade. This video was not to hate on you or anything. I'm not trying to dim your shine or whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just for you. You know what I'm saying? You're somewhat of a polarizing figure. You know what I'm saying? When people just see you, if they don't know you, they'll know, okay, this dude, he's somebody. I don't know who he is, but he's somebody. So as your fame continues to grow, your hater list is going to grow. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful, man, in the streets of how you move and groove, because again, everybody ain't happy for you. Everybody ain't excited that you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? And as Ricky Smiley said, you have people that, they don't got nothing going for themselves. And even if it will cause them to, spend the rest of their life in prison, you know, just for them to be able to say that I took, Crip Mac out, or I'm the one that gunned him down or whatever. Some people, they live to have those type of accolades. Even though those are horrible accolades and they're not positive, there are people that would love to try to have you as a trophy kill. So I don't know if it is that you need to hire a real legit security team. I don't know if it's, you need to hire a driver and all that stuff, but I know you're making money at least through the legit means with the social media platforms and all that. You're getting a gang of views for different videos, which is cool. Much props. But you, sir, you're gonna have to start moving different, man. For real. Getting that haircut on the street by the young lady, or I don't know how she identifies, but you getting that haircut, okay, that's cool. That's a flex. But at the same time, you are making yourself vulnerable for your enemies, and the enemies that you can see and the enemies that you cannot see. The most dangerous enemy that you can have is the enemy that you cannot see. So that's why you want to have a legit security team. I don't care what anybody say. That don't make you a punk. That don't make you scared. 50 Cent, he ain't walking around no communities without no security team. Now you seen what happened to 6ix9ine in the gym. He's going around thinking he's gonna flex, thinking he's about the people and he can do what he want, and he got his behind stomped out in that LA Fitness gym. He just better be glad that there were no weapons involved, because at that time when he was getting crushed and stomped out, there was nobody there that would intervene, or there was nobody there that had to intervene. I think they just stopped on their own. So just please, man, take this advice. You know what I mean? Watch how you move and groove. If you can, create some distance between you and the streets. You can still help people from a distance. You can still help people without just being just straight up boots on the ground. A security team. You can get a publicist, get a manager. I don't, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just know, man, that as you continue to grow with your fame, those haters that you cannot see, they are going to multiply, and they're going to plot and scheme at ways to try to get you. So with those unseen enemies, do you want to be as prepared as you can, or do you want to just be, a sitting duck waiting to be taken out? So let me wrap this up. This video was not to try to throw shade on you. It's not to try to down you. It's not to try to hate on you. None of that stuff. I hope, that you can stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Do a lot of the community outreach, because that is something that's huge. And again, I support my church with our missions. I give money faithfully to our missions department because I believe in stuff like that. But you just got to be careful, man. You want to live a long life. I don't know if you have kids or how many you have or whatever, but your goal should be to live a long life and to live a prosperous life. But the way you moving and grooving, that's going to be extremely difficult to achieve. So salute to you, man, feeding the homeless, all that stuff. But you gotta be careful, man. So until the next video, holla at your boy.